Hello GeoPosters.com, my name is Geo and this is my second review for you. Today I'm going to be reviewing this film, except not all three of them, just the first part. So this film is called Hostel and it's a horror movie directed by Quentin Tarantino. Ever since I first watched the Saw series in 2010 or 11, I don't remember which, my mum has always been telling me, oh, watch Hostel, watch Hostel, watch Hostel, watch Hostel, watch Hostel, watch Hostel, watch Hostel. And I finally got around to doing it and it was fantastic. Oh, can I swear on this channel? I'll beep it out just in case. I first saw Pulp Fiction when I was 14 and I fell in love with Quentin Tarantino's work since then, and so the fact that this is a really gory film mixed with Quentin Tarantino kind of makes it my perfect kind of film. If you don't know me, you might not know that my favourite films of all time are the Saw series, so this is right up my alley, and yeah, just the fact that Tarantino directed it just makes it that much better. Because I love Saw so much, it meant that while I was watching this film I was constantly comparing everything in it with Saw, and there are a lot of differences as well as similarities because obviously it's a very gory film. If that's not your thing, then feel free to leave, but if you like gore, or if you might want to find out if you like this kind of thing, then stay, because it's not just people blowing up bodies for fun or whatever. There's usually a story behind gore. Usually. So the story starts following three friends who are in Amsterdam on a bit of a lad's holiday, and they're told that actually all of the good sex is in Slovakia. So they decide that they're going to go off to this hostel that they've been recommended to go to in Slovakia. Sticking with the true nature of any Tarantino film, there is a lot of sex and drugs in it right from the beginning, so if you're not really comfortable with that, then this isn't for you, because there is a lot. No, I mean it, there is a lot of sex and drugs. It's very clever because people who just turn up in the film, who are just, you know, random people, the characters all loop back round and they're all relevant in some kind of way. And that's what makes it really good, because I just love clever things and I love the way that all these ideas and everything are just recycled and reused and they come back and they're all part of this plot. It's great. I love it. The horror part of the film starts to kick in when one of these guys goes missing in Slovakia and they're all like, oh my god, where is he? And then that's where all the horror stuff comes out. This is a massive difference to how it was in Saw, because in the first Saw film, right from the start, you're just thrown into the horror. You're putting this constant suspense and you don't know what's going to happen, and it's meant to like get adrenaline rushing and stuff like that. Like Saw just throws you right in the deep end. This sort of graces you in and you sort of get pulled into it. You're not, I was expecting to turn it on and it just have someone's throat being slit and then, or whatever. But what happens in this is it just starts off kind of like a normal film, like, you know, three guys are on holiday, everyone loves holidays, way! But no, all the horror stuff is yet to come in the film. There will be death. One thing which it did sort of understand better than Saw was sort of not necessarily human anatomy and not necessarily the way that gore works, but the way that people put in situations like this happen. Not that it's an everyday situation for someone to just be thrown in some kind of death trap, but in Saw you have all these people and it's really good and you don't really notice what I've picked up on. But in Hostel, it seems a bit more human because you get people who like puke from fear and things like that, and that doesn't really happen in Saw. In Saw it's just a lot of blood, really. And I mean, I could go on forever about the plot of Saw and how amazing it is, but that's not for this video. So I'm not disrespecting Saw. Saw is amazing, but just these very subtle things, you know, you get these people puking, you get these people who genuinely look incredibly like how a human genuinely would react if they were in a situation like that. And I think that's what adds some of the shock factor of the film, which of course any gory film is supposed to make you shocked, that's the point. But that really adds to it because it makes it seem all that more real. And I think that's a really good thing that Tarantino's done in that, and that I wouldn't have noticed before because Saw is really good. But that was just a little bit that was really clever, I found, was that they've obviously done their research. And yeah. Now this film doesn't exactly have a plot twist, but it doesn't necessarily go where you think it's going, because the plot kind of loops around a little bit. It's very clever. I mean, you would expect that from Tarantino anyway, but there are a lot of things which are connected which you wouldn't necessarily assume to be connected when you're first watching it. And it ends really coolly. Actually, I really liked the ending of it. Yeah, the ending was really good. I didn't find it quite as striking as the ending of the Saw series, but then again, the Saw series was a 7-part series, which had a lot to play with, but it was really good. I'm kind of intrigued because there's 3 of them, as you can see. But the end was very definitive, so I don't know whether the next 2 sort of flow on from the plot. I'm not really sure how they could, but I guess I'll have to find out when I watch the next 2. So yeah, I would highly recommend this if this is your sort of thing. I mean, if you're the sort of person who just likes watching chick flicks where the girl and the guy stand on the beach while it's raining, probably not your sort of thing, but if this is what you like, then definitely watch it, because I did. And I liked it. Have any of you guys seen Hostel, any 3 of them? If you have, let me know what you thought of it. And if there are any other horror movies that you would want to recommend to me, then feel free to, because I'm always up for checking out something where people are bleeding and dying. My taste in films is so unladylike. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Hopefully not with a gap as big as this one, but I've been ill, I've had work, I was meant to be going to America, I didn't do that in the end, I went to London, but hopefully things will be alright. See you later, guys.